and outgoing. We heard family testimony that they plan to cut him off financially at Christmas. This was not Christmas. The phone call to Michael McCracken. Mr. Guy never says that he killed anybody. There's really no reference. It's just kind of this snippet of a call taken out of somewhere else, but we don't know what it's really about. The notebook, they tell us, well, they did note DNA on the outside of the notebooks. Touch DNA would be all over that. That's the thing that you want to know, isn't it? Is his DNA on the part where there's a writing? They didn't do that. We believe the state has not proven any of these charges beyond a reasonable doubt. So we ask that you find Mr. Guy not guilty.
You know, it's about money. That sounds so terrible to think that you could kill your mother and your father for money. But that's really pretty much what it all boils down to. Nobody else had a reason to do this. Okay? No one else. The proof in this case isn't strong. It isn't anything other than overwhelming. We ask you to convict him of premeditated murder, convict him of felony murder, and convict him of abusing the corpses of his mother and his father.
So, impressive closing arguments from both sides today, but obviously prosecutors had a little more material to work with. But at the end of the day, 2 hours, 3 minutes, 6 seconds, no verdict. So my question tonight, as we bring back in the think tank, is who had a better day? Was it the prosecution or defense? Dwayne Cates, I will start with you.
Well, the prosecution, had a good day with the closing arguments, but the defense had a good day when the jury left with no verdict, because, again, that always leaves the possibility of a rogue juror. I tell clients all the time, out of 10 trials, you're going to win one you're supposed to lose, you're going to lose one you're supposed to win, and the other 8 are going to turn out like you think. So we don't know which one this is.
So did we get an answer from Dwayne who had a better day? It's one or the other. It's like prosecution or defense. Prosecution or defense. You got to pick one.
I think the prosecution had a better day.
Okay. Judge Porter, who had a better day?
The prosecution had the better day. They had, the overwhelming evidence, and I believe that their story of how they perceive the case to be is what the jury is going to believe. I think the time limit today, I think that would be really quick fairly quickly with any jurors because of what he's facing as a result. So I think 2 hours is short, but only because the day was short. I think tomorrow, it won't take all day.
Chris Melcher, prosecution or defense today?
Prosecution owned it. There really wasn't much defense. I like the fact that they pointed out that his DNA was not found on the premeditation to-do list, but there wasn't a defense. There wasn't an explanation. And I've been thinking, what could you possibly argue here? Well, maybe you could argue he was framed. That how could the evidence be any more overwhelming? It was as if somebody was trying to set him up. How could somebody be so stupid? Well, he's not stupid. He's a college student. Somebody framed him. Somebody put this on him and used his notebook, wrote those notes in there, made the crime scene exactly like those notes, knowing that he looks like a psycho and no one else would believe him, and he was framed. Something. I know it's ridiculous, but something, rather than just saying, we'll keep an open mind and reasonable doubt, that's not a defense.
All right, Dwayne, what's happening tonight, right? You've got a jury out. Put us in the shoes of this defense team. What are they doing tonight? What are they thinking? And what do they have to prepare for tomorrow?
Well, there's not much they can do tonight. You're always thinking about the appeal, because it's pretty obvious that he's going to lose. And so you got to be going through the trial and figuring out what mistakes there may have been made by the judge, what the pretrial motions were. You got to start having that